Hey, sweet angels, sweet, beautiful, perfect angels. It's your partner here, Tom Tanuki, and I've got a bit of good news. We've had our own Aussie storming of the Bastille moment. I'm going to call this the beginning of the Australian Revolution. The members of Reignite Democracy Australia have, they've basically stormed a parliamentarian's office, MP Russell Broadbent, the Liberal Party, I think out in Warragul, country Victoria, and they got an audience with him. So it's a real revolutionary moment here. It relates to an aged care worker strike that they were all conducting. So let's get into it and strap yourselves in, because it's pretty fucking revolutionary.
Hey guys, it's Monica here from Reignite Democracy Australia. I'm in Warragul. We're here to support the aged care workers strike by coming to a local MP office.
Isn't it nice? I don't see people who do like streaming or whatever do this. Is this unique to me? Let me know in the comments if anyone else does this kind of thing where they like give a bit of a smooth. Sometimes I headbutt a person if they're getting on my nerve. Is that something that you enjoy? Why don't you let me know in the comments if you like it when I smooch or even headbutt? See, when I headbutt the people that I'm looking at. Maybe that's the kind of content you want to see more of from me in the future. We're all pretty comfortable with who Monica Smit is now, yeah? She grifted a huge amount from the... Oh, my cat's meowing. There's Chimpy. Don't mind Chimpy. She managed to grift possibly the most, some of the highest amounts of any of the lockdown people, anti-lockdown types. And I like Monica. I do. I like her. She's really happy to be here. And I think if you watch a lot of her, you'll notice this. Like, she really loves, and you can see this all over her face, she loves the validation of people cheering her. And she gets very excited. And I do think she's one of these people, because they're not really protesting anything. I do think she's one of these people who just wants to be told by people in the same sort of echo chamber, saying whatever you want to call it, as her, you're doing a great job. And I think that fills her with a glow that's very addictive for her. No, I'm not hating on that. We all understand, we all like to be told that we're doing a good job. Come on, Chimpy, let's watch Monica together.
Here behind us, and I just met a lovely lady who I want to introduce you to. There you are. What's your name? Kayla. And Kayla has...
Hi, Kayla. Would you like to come on to this live stream and severely impact your employment prospects?
Today, she's an aged care worker, and she has gone on strike.
Yes.
How do you feel?
Good.
Do you feel scared?
Nervous?
Do you feel scared?
Yes.
Do you think your employer will say anything, or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he'll say anything.
So you're supposed to be working today?
No, I'm not. I'm not working today. I'm supporting those who are working today.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So you're not striking, but you're not actually. Yeah.
Do you think a lot of your colleagues don't want to get it?
Majority of our workers don't want to get it. Yes.
That's good, and that's good. That I love hearing that in our democracy, the majority of aged care workers, whose job it is to mine for the aged, the most susceptible population to coronavirus, are not interested in getting the vaccine. That's good. You know what I mean? That makes me feel very democratic to hear that. I like it.
And why do you think they've targeted your industry?
Because we're the bottom of the barrel.
What does that mean, though? Like, I don't know.
I think we're easy targets.
Chimpy, I can't think of any other reason why the government would specifically want aged care workers to be vaccinated. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of any other. Can you let me know in the comments? Because no, I seriously can't think of any. It must be because these guys are an oppressed group, and they're trying to make life harder for them because they're bullies. It must just be workplace bullying.
people, you're very caring people because you look after old people, and it takes a certain type of character to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So they think that you're just going to roll over and take it.
Yep, I think so. But little do they know that we are stronger than they think.
Yeah, you don't take this bullying lying down, you know. You need to fight to be able to go into work with the elderly, not vaccinated in a pandemic. That is very important, I think.
Choose between your job and the vaccine.
Well, I won't be working there any longer.
So you just have to find a whole new career.
Well, hopefully it doesn't come to that.
No, that's not the plan anyway.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go. If you guys are sitting at home and you're not doing anything, and there's people here like risking their careers to try and show, you know, unity and to fight for our rights, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, this woman is risking her entire career to be able, you know, to fight for the right to go in and, you know, meander around and touch old people without a vaccine during a pandemic. She's risking her entire job for the right to be able to do that. Can't you see what's at stake here?
We support you 100%.
Thank you.
And I hope you can keep working in the job that you're working in.
Yeah, well, we love it. That's why we do it.
Yeah.
She loves it. She loves touching the old people, fondling them, bathing them with her germs. You know, she loves to not wash her hands and then to spoon feed octogenarians. Loves it, just loves it. And that is the job she should be. No matter how sick she gets, that is the job that she should be able to do, because she's done her Cert 4, okay? And now she should be, I don't care whether we all get Ebola, she should still be able to do it because she did her Cert 4, okay?
Right at the very start of this last year, one of the biggest fears I had over this whole COVID nonsense, for want of a better word, was that I realised very early on that we would be looking at mandated vaccines. I rang Scott Morrison's office last year and I said to his girl, the only way you're ever going to get one of these vaccines into me is if you come to my house, you shoot me dead on my doorstep and you can inject me dead with whatever you like. That's...
Well, I think if we've shot you dead, then after that, don't worry about it. I don't need to finish that sentence. You all thought the same thing as I did.
I am not going quietly. This is not okay. And as far as I'm concerned, you're going to have to drag me out behind in a funeral procession before I'm going to take one of these things.
You drag her out, you shoot her dead, put her in a funeral procession, in the box, that is, not reanimated, walking along with the coffin, in the coffin, and then, as a final ritual farewell, inject the dead body with the vaccine. And then she'll accept it. She will posthumously accept it as part of the funeral arrangements. And that is what I'm learning from this particular aged care worker.
Now, they're not going to take our jobs.
Nah.
And if they take...
They might actually take your job. I'm just warning you, they might actually say to you that you can't work anymore around octogenarians and the elderly and the infirm if you haven't received a vaccine. Now, I don't know why. Again, I think it's just communism. I can't think of a reason why they would do that, except for communism, but I think they will.
I want to introduce Monica now from Reignite Democracy Australia.
Chimpy's just happy to be here. He's not dead. If you're wondering why, he's just inanimate and staring at me. He's happy to be here. He likes the sound of my voice, and he likes it when I make commentary on coronavirus denialists, I guess.
I hope that Russell can see all you guys standing here and actually cares. So far our experiences has been that, you know, MPs don't care, and if they do, they have to leave their party to care.
I looked up Russell Broadbent before, looked at his policy platform and what have you. Certainly no coronavirus denialist. He's not like that. But, I think as part of Monica trying to cultivate a political following for her conspiracist RDA party that she's trying to set up, she's doing all this stuff, touring around, printing all these little fancy placards to give to people to hold up in the crowd, the way that you just try and build up a minor fringe party, I suppose. She's doing that, and I suppose that involves targeting other MPs. So this is all just part of her would-be political ambitions that, I don't think are going to go anywhere.
The vaccine thing has really hit a wall for me. It was kind of exciting growing this new platform and seeing it grow and getting popular and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this is fun,
See, I said to you before, she loves it. She just said it. It was fun getting popular. She just wants validation. Hey, look, I'm the one that puts my face in videos all the time. Who am I to talk about, to laugh at people needing validation? But what I'm saying is that you get a real sense with some of them that they just really love the validation of people going, on your champ, you've done a good job. Thanos and there's a lot of these people, and they're very unvarnished about it. They don't hide that sort of bare thrill that they get from the sugar rush of attention. They don't hide it very well. They don't even think that they need to. And she's one of them. Thanos used to be like that as well. I like it. It makes me. I love seeing the beautiful smile across their face where they talk about hanging politicians and everyone cheers them and they go, "Oh, thanks, guys."
Like serious now. It's people are dying. There are doctors all over the world saying that the vaccine is probably going to kill more people than what they're trying to protect you from.
And that's true. The vaccine has now killed more people than COVID-19. So it has. Just look at the data. It has. Do your fucking research, man. If you did your research, you'd know that. You know how you know? Because whatever the coronavirus death tally is a lie. Okay? And whatever the vaccine tally is also a lie. Okay? And the lie with the vaccine tally is because it's not high enough. And with the coronavirus, it's too high. All right? So what you do is you do your research, and then anything that isn't the answer you wanted to find is a lie. All right? And just figure it out.
But then ScoMo's standing there saying, we might need to get the jab to go interstate. He's actually just a murderer at this point. He's a murderer. That's it.
That is textbook murder. All right? Crimes Act. Look it up. Do your research.
We've just applied to the AEC. We're just trying to get our policies. But if you like me, trust me, you'll like our policies. Because if you agree with... Don't worry. They're going to be just like normal.
Yeah, don't worry. If you're just going to love this party. Don't ever vote for Labor or Liberal, but don't worry, you're just going to love the way that we write our policies.
Well, then your vote doesn't count.
No,
so.
No, it does. If you put a line through and put no confidence, instead of a number which gives them a preference, that is a valid.
Well, look, there's different ways of looking at it. I would say vote for RDA party, but that's just what I would say. But that's okay. I understand that theory as well, I do. Okay.
Here's the tough thing with Monica's transition from grifting queen over to would-be fringe politician. Now she's got to tell her base of people that she's courted money from and attention from, who are all conspiracy theorists, that they should participate in the system so long as they are voting for her. Well, good luck with that, mate. Now we've got Craig Cole coming up, ex-pro wrestler, Pitbull, Uncle Pitbull.
Thank you, Monica. Ladies and gentlemen, have we had enough?
Yes. Yes. No, none of this.
Sorry? Not enough of this.
We had enough, and they're like, what? They didn't know whether he meant of just everything with the communist scamdemic, or just have you had enough of you fucking cunts banging on? Now, let's get to the exciting stuff. Sorry, Craig, which is when they stormed the Bastille.
Hey guys, I just want to tell you something pretty remarkable. We just had an event here outside Russell Broadbent's office, and guess what? He's now actually listening to people. He's actually letting people into his office to talk to him.
Oh my God.
And it is experimental. All the research has been done by the vaccine companies. There's no independent research on the vaccine. And it's not...
Everyone all pour in and tell me about how nothing's true and everything's experimental and communist mandated vaccines and this and that. Fuck, can you imagine? Look at them all as well. Like, if you're actually a bit worried about a virus, then this is quite daunting, all these people in your fucking office.
They do and need their job. We have a right to our choice over our body, particularly when it is experimental.
Yeah, okay. So
I'm not mumbling it.
Yeah, no,
Take your mask off.
I'm
indoors.
No, it's okay. Look,
and
that's
by
not
law,
the point.
I have to have a mask on, and so should all of you.
No, it's okay.
So if I take it off, and I'll be on telly, then I'll be in trouble.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right.
Quite right. You'll get in trubs. You know, particularly, I mean, if you were standing there without his mask, you'd probably get in trouble anyway because he's let all these fucking kooks into his office. And, I mean, you're not exactly adhering to the amount of numbers that you should have in an office. But then again, I don't think they asked for permission to enter. He's now got all these kooks in the front of his office. They probably just barged in. What the fuck else is he going to do? He's probably calmed them all down just by coming to listen to them talk garbage about vaccines for a little while.
I'm studying nursing and I want to be a nurse. I think so highly of them, but if this opportunity is taken away from me by a mandated vaccine, I won't be anywhere in the studying field of nursing.
I am somewhat shook thinking that a nurse doesn't, or would-be nurse, wouldn't be a nurse if she had to get vaccinated. After all, vaccines have been around for a while, hey?
Consent matters.
And exactly the same, people like myself are taking these issues really seriously.
He's trying to do the whole, you are valid and you should feel seen thing. Just in fact, you have some really solid points and I will think about them as you leave the office, please.
I'll be able to take them over.
Yeah.
But we don't need the vaccines, not influenza, not any vaccines, because we can build our immune system naturally. Why we need any vaccines? I never had any. I'm from Europe, from former Yugoslavia. We never had the vaccines and we're all healthy.
In Yugoslavia, they never had vaccines. Never.
Just build our immune system and that's it.
Well,
We've got oregano oil, which is antiviral. We've got flaxseed oil. We've got so many natural remedies that we can use. We don't need vaccines at all. So stop this nonsense with the vaccinating and putting jam. Today is the influenza. You're going to say it's influenza vaccine, but who knows what you're putting in? You're killing us with the vaccines. Every vaccine kills child.
See, look, this fucking would-be nursing person is sagely nodding in the background. Every vaccine kills. That is a very good point. This is what you're dealing with. You're not dealing with people going, I'd rather wait for a vaccine that works through another method to the Pfizer or the AstraZeneca. No, you're dealing with people who think that flaxseed oil and oregano oil are sufficient, alternatives for getting a vaccine for a deadly virus.
But you're enforcing it. It's mandatory. Why is mandatory influenza vaccine? We should stop it. Yes, it is mandatory.
Yeah, you should stop having to make young, fit, healthy people like her, little young bucks like her, from getting the vaccine, Look at her. She's strong, she's fit, she's young. She's not going to get sick. She has flaxseed oil. Jesus. Do you know what the properties of the regenerative properties of flaxseed oil are? Look at her, She's young. She's a young buck. And she's going to be fine if she gets coronavirus. She's not in the most at-risk demographic. She's the youth of tomorrow. She's got her whole life ahead of her,
My daughter, why she need the influenza vaccine? She doesn't need. But she's forced to. And she was sick for a week. What for? To please some government?
Yeah, what would you even want a vaccine for? I don't even know what they do. It's to make you happy. Is that what they are? Well, they weren't making my daughter happy because she got sick, so the one and only function of a vaccine wasn't working. If the whole point of a vaccine is to cheer people up, well, why are they not cheery then? Why am I sad?
Big corporations making money for themselves, not for us. They're damaging us. So you have to pass to Scott Morrison that we are against any vaccines. Not influenza, not the COVID, not any.
ScoMo, there's a lady in the headscarf who she says, listen, no, hear me out. She says, get on the flaxseed oil. Yeah, she's this really young woman is in the office. She says that we should just get on the flaxseed oil instead. Can we talk to the guys at Pfizer and AstraZeneca and yeah, that's right. Stop the rollout. Oh, cheers, man. Okay, thank you. All right, I'll go out and let the young woman know. Cheers, mate. Okay, listen, so look, that just sort of tapers off because he stands there for 20 minutes like, listening to them all, 20, 30 minutes, and eventually they just sort of mill out, taper out. It doesn't really go anywhere. And he's done the right thing, you know what I mean? He's come out to listen to these cooks and he's sort of, answered their various questions, and that's led them to trail off and lose a bit of interest. Let's have a look at some of the messages for these live videos and see what we the people thought about it. Okay, so Kathy Williams here says, good on the European lady. She needs to be a spokesperson. She spoke so eloquently about the benefits of flaxseed oil and the fact that there's no actual point to a vaccine aside from just, making the government happy, just cheering people up. And I think that kind of analysis is what we need, I think it'd be good to see an injection of youth into the movement as well. Elizabeth Knight says, don't forget, all politicians work for Satan. If they do not, they need to come out. Prayer is powerful. I think what she means is she's saying that they, if anyone who works for God, or doesn't work for Satan needs to come and say, you know what I mean? I renounce Satan, and I would have liked. That is one thing I think was missing from what Russell Broadbent was saying to these people. I didn't detect any renunciations of Satan. Poppy agrees with Elizabeth. She says prayer definitely is powerful. I was thinking about this last night. She wasn't thinking, presumably, about how all politicians work for Satan, just mulling over prayer being powerful. That's fine. I love Elizabeth's reply comment to Poppy. She goes, well, there has never been an election in the history of politics. And I don't have any commentary on it. I thought, that's interesting. I'll definitely show the people watching this video that. They'll find that interesting too. It is interesting, isn't it? They may go in with good intentions, but they come out evil, holding hands with Satan. And I think it's the holding hands with Satan part that I really dislike about our pollies these days. Lee Newman says, I can't understand him with that bloody mask on. He's not for the people. And, that really gets down to the rub. I think that's the bottom line with these people. Wearing a mask is daunting. They're scared enough as it is from the coronavirus, and they think it's icky and weird. And they're just not comfortable with it, and that's about the size of it with these people. I just think it's just, ooh, that's weird. Renata Savieri says, remember, it's not vaccine, it's genetically modified jab disguised as a vaccine. Sweetie. Oh. And I looked at him for a while and I thought I didn't know what it meant. He said, it's genetically modified. Oh, Renata. Pandemics are tough, and they're so complex. I'm sorry, Renata. One last thing before we go, actually. It's Steve Jan. Says, oh my God, I feel for Russell Broadbent. Crazy town. No masks in his office and bombarded with wacky theories. All healthcare workers deal with our most vulnerable. You understand and respect that, then you take the vax to protect them. What? The young girls studying nursing are either wise up to the science or find another career. We don't want science deniers. Rude. P.S. Tell me how great our immune systems and oregano oil are against tuberculosis, rabies, Ebola, etc. I don't know what he's talking about there. That's how rude. I hadn't considered this till now. Anyway, that was the storming of the Bastille for you.